You're live. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to another live stream. This time I'm using the computer finally. After months of waiting, I'm doing The Great Outdoors from the 1980s. The Great Outdoors with the late John Candy and Dan Aykroyd from 1989. So, yeah, I want to do this movie. It's like 80 minutes long. It's an hour and 40. Wait, no, not an hour and 40. An hour and 31 minutes. So here we go. Howard Dosh. He's Zoe Dosh, Zoe's father. Zoe Thompson. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, rest in peace, Ron Candy. You ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Also, happy Flag Day to all Americans right here. Salute that American flag, baby. Get all that garbage out of sight. Or you don't go out Friday night. Yakety yak. Don't. They're doing it. I miss John Candy a lot, man. He was so funny. Annette Bening's in this movie. This is when she was young, before she got her ass. Finish doing that. Let's talk and get out the cat. Don't talk back. It's so good to be back on my computer, man. I miss this thing. This movie reminds me of, like those 80s and early 90s movies in that thing. Robert Prosky, also rest in peace. Like Bushwhacked. I haven't seen that movie all the way through. Or Ernest Goes to Camp. That was outside. You finished doing the Hello Squirrel. Thomas Newman did the music. The costume designer is a woman, Marilyn Vance Stracker. You saw a deer swimming. Deer can swim? A deer can swim? Hey, swans or geese, I don't know. Yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Hey, Network 98, good to see you. Some human contact that's not, someone fake. John Hughes, he produced this movie. It feels like a John Hughes movie. It's also like the Evil Dead movies, except without all the horror imagery. The scariest thing in this movie, Hughes wrote this movie. He didn't direct it, though. Yeah, he produced it and he wrote the film, but he didn't direct it. Because, he worked with Candy a couple of times. Howard Dosh, yeah. Zoe Dosh's father. So, happy Father's Day to people tomorrow. I'm going to do a podcast tomorrow. It's good to do this because I'm doing a podcast with my hands are free. Finally. After months of doing it. Hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't get cut out because, it's raining today. And here comes Dan Aykroyd. 2 Canadians are the leads in this movie. They won't work together again until 1991's Nothing But Trouble, but I'm not doing a podcast for that. I'll see that movie later. It also reminds me of the Griswolds, the vacation movies. The first 3, not the 4th one. Or that god-awful remake. That's a log cabin. I've been to a log cabin before. Get it? It's a PG movie, so there's no F-bombs here. I stood in the Hershey Lodge, Wolf Lodge. Oh my God. No, go away. There's Robert Prosky, and I miss him. He was the old man from the last action hero movie from the 90s. That he was also in Gremlins 2 as well. I miss him a lot, man. He's a good actor. How dare he call him Art Carney? I'm like, he's not Art Carney. Why would I call him Art Carney if I know the name of an actor before I watch these movies? My brother bought the True Detective dollar Blu-ray for my dad, and I saw my parents watching it. Hopefully my mom didn't see the episode where Heather has nothing on. Again, it's not a show for families. I would say watch it by yourself. Yeah, I donated blood. You see my arm? Got a bruise on it because I donated blood just a few days ago. That's a German Shepherd. I don't trust those dogs. They could turn on you in a heartbeat. Yakety yak, yakety yak. It feels like a vacation movie. This is the same year that National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation came out. That's why John Hughes could only wrote this movie and produced it. He didn't direct it. Okay, here comes Dan Aykroyd's family. They come about 5 minutes in. I'm so happy to have a computer again, guys. You don't know how great, what a relief this is, because I was 2.5 months without a computer. I did all my podcasts on my phone, and I did them. I didn't make excuses. Roman 1. There he is. We still have him. He's in his 70s now. He's mental, but he's a good actor though, and a good writer as well. So he has two girls and they have two boys, like the Brady Bunch. That's Annette Bening, yeah. A fish. Yakety yak, yakety yak. I miss the 80s and the early 90s, man, because they had good comedies. These two comedies alone are better than any comedy that came out, on Netflix over the past 6 months. Honestly, I like Back in Action, but it's more action thriller comedy. The comedy's kind of secondary. It's in there, but it's not like kind of pregnant. That the movie is garbage. But Novocaine was good, but it was more like an action crime comedy, black comedy, because it's dark. This guy gets tortured, and it's supposed to be funny. It's funny because of Jack Wade's reaction. Yep, he's stripping his wife in public. There he is. This is when they meet. Of course, this is a better movie than Nothing But Trouble because it's not weird. It's not dark. It's not over the top as much. It's not as over the top. The most over the top moment in the movie is when they shoot the bear right in the bum and his fur. It's not real. No animals were harmed in this movie. The fake bear gets his butt cheeks blown. Don't film that, Dan Aykroyd. That's an invasion of privacy. No, I never filmed my parents kissing like that, or, you know, because that's an invasion of privacy. You don't film people while they're getting undressed. That's an invasion of privacy, and you're doing that without consent. Don't do that. There's so much fun, man. I finally could use my hands. I don't have to be doing this the whole time because it was painful, man. While the phone's small, I don't want to carry the phone every time. I have to use new headphones also because my old headphones blew out. No, lodge is nice and quiet because when you go to the Wolf Lodge in certain areas, people just make noise, and I don't know why. I'm like, guys, I want to sleep. When it's 6 o'clock, when it's between like 1 and 7 in the morning, I want to sleep in. I don't want to sleep late. Candy probably was going to be in Ghostbusters, but the first two, he was still alive when they happened, but he was just too busy. He didn't even have a cameo in the films. Would have been good to see him in like one or two. because this came out the same year as Ghostbusters 2. A lake, a nice clean. This is so much better than using the phone. Because I used it for months. Hell, I used it most of this year. I did all my reviews and my podcast on my phone. That's why you need two devices to do both, to see something and, do a live stream. I want to eat hot dogs for the 4th of July. That's coming up soon. Twilight Zone. Oh, that looks so good. Lobster tail. These two are great together, man. I mean, Candy, when he died, Dan Aykroyd was probably upset because, he came out of nowhere. It's like he did Cool Runnings and then Wagons East, and then he died after that. I'm like, what? I was a kid when it happened. Also, Chris Farley. They were just too fat. They were too big. I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, that's why I have to lose weight this summer. I don't want to be 250 pounds. I'm not the whale. I want to be a healthy weight and live. I love hot dog. Once I hit him, I know. I know the feeling. Yeah, when you have a brother that's successful, they usually like to rub it right in your face. I hear that. I haven't done the Fletch movies, but I'll do those eventually. I want to do comedies because I want to do lighter films. I don't want to do any dramas in the summer. Most of it I don't want to do, except for the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm not doing any crime dramas or sad, you know, Oscar bait movies. I don't want to be depressed, guys. Last summer I was depressed. They were doing construction outside my home. There was a rat in the kitchen, and I didn't go on vacation. So that was what happened to me last year. This year, I'm going to rectify that. No rats, no construction, and I'm going somewhere. Yeah, nobody likes bugs. Did you have to scream? That's the truth. They instead of playing Monopoly, they scream like they're out, like their butts are on fire. Yeah, there's a bear in this movie. It's a foreshadowing. Even though the bear is not on the front cover, it's a raccoon. See? It's Rocket Raccoon. Now, I'm not going to go to the woods. for my honeymoon or just for vacation. No, I don't like the woods. I already live near a wooded area. I want to go away from the woods, nice beach or something, or even a farm. I trust more than the woods. It looks real. It's a real bear. I believe you. I don't mess with bears. It's best to travel if you're going to go to the woods. Go when they're sleeping in caves, like in the wintertime, because bears are hibernating in the winter, except for polar bears. Polar bears do not hibernate because they can deal with the cold. But grizzlies and black bears and Kodiaks and all that, yeah, they all sleep in caves. They'll be sleeping in a cave in a few months. Ah! He's got. If I see a bear like that, I'm gonna run, or call the police. Yeah, I never saw a bear in this area. I'm like, hell no. If I see a bear, I'm gonna call animal control or something. I'm not gonna go out there. I'm not gonna die. I saw raccoons and those are scary. Like, they look cute, but they can attack. I've seen dogs. I've seen bunnies, birds. I even saw a turkey once. And Annette Bening can act because she won an Oscar. People keep forgetting that Captain Marvel was not her first film. She's been acting for decades, since the 80s. Bears look cute when they're teddy bears, but when they're real, they're terrifying. I mean, what is this? Cocaine bear? I saw that, but it was not a real bear. It was CGI. This is a real bear. Mostly when they show only when they shoot it in the bum, it's not a real bear. Yeah, if you blow its head off. Until later in the film. Look at her. She has the most expressive eyes. Yes, in Captain Marvel, she's barely in it, but she's not. She's Marvel, who I know was a man in the comics. I know, guys. Where's Green? I got it. I know what he looks like. And some people wanted Natalie Dormer to play Captain Marvel. No, she can't act. Brie Larson won an Oscar. There's a reason why she got picked. And people said she's the worst of all, even though her first movie made $1 billion. Some people never get achieve that. It scared the crap out of them. See, they're looking. Yeah, so they're looking right at the camera. The same director of The Whole 10 Yards, which I also like. It's an underrated comedy as well. Because again, Amanda Peet is always a win for me. I can shut this off now. Yeah, it's not. Is there, scaring the crap out of people is not fun, guys. It's terrifying. I haven't seen this movie in years, so I wanted to rewatch it to do a podcast for it because I did Uncle Buck already a few years ago. So not about bears. I'm not going to scare my little niece in a couple of years. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, we're 21 minutes in. See, we're almost a third of the way through. Plus, it's good a comedy that's 90 minutes. Once it passes 2 hours, I'm like, yeah, just wrap this up, guys, please. No bears. I've only had this laptop for about 6 days. 5 days. They won't sleep. Hey, kids, new people in the. Oh, there's Rocket. They have Illinois plates, Mom. There they go, the trash pandas. If they're from Chicago, we'll be eating good. Oh, Rocket. You made me cry like a fiend in the last movie. Lobster tail. Raw hot dogs. Those are real raccoons. Yes, that's what they do. They, hmm They're real raccoons. There's no CGI here. That's why I don't trust those things. Yeah, they look cuddly and their tail is very soft, but they make this weird sound that just scares the crap out of me. That's why I wouldn't be like Buddy and approach a raccoon. They don't want to be approached. If you go up to them and try to hug them, they'll jump on you, and that's not scary. That's scary. That's not something to laugh at to make fun of. He's clipping his nose hairs. Sears. They're right behind you. Yeah. Back then they didn't. In the 80s and the early 90s, it was just like a big walkie-talkie. And Candy has such a soft voice. He didn't even have to scream like a lot of actors now. They have to be loud to be funny. And I'm like, no, you just have to be funny and have good timing. Not beat people up with your voice. Like Rebel Wilson, there's a reason she doesn't headline movies anymore. She's loud and obnoxious and always was. And I'm fat. Get it? I'm fat. It's not funny. This is a real stunt, too. And also doing a Spaceballs 2 without John Candy, it won't be the same, guys. I miss him. As Barf, he won't be there. I mean, you still got Bill Pullman, and you still got Mel Brooks, but he's 98 years old. And then you still have Rick Moranis. You still have Daphne Zuniga, but you don't have John Candy. And also, Joan Rivers is dead, too. So why even bother doing a sequel? I think it's too late, guys. The first movie didn't even make money. It got a cult following, but it's not a hit like the Star Wars prequels. Yep, here we go. It's a really good stunt. Whee! Stunt man, woo! They call the rope. Yeah, it's a really good stunt. No computer generated images here, like in the. I wouldn't try this. I wasn't meant to ski on water or on the ice. It's hard to walk in snow and ice. You think I want to ski on it? It's hard to swim. You think I want to ski on it? No. Good stunt, man. Tom Cruise is not the only one that can do stunts. Go faster, yeah. No, he said you bastard, not no. Here's the American flag. So, salute. Duckies, no, don't kill the duckies. No, no animals were harmed in this movie. Not the ducks or the raccoons or the bear later. Hey, John, I finally confident that this movie is way better than some comedies we got today. Yeah, because it's funny. And it's not gross and disgusting and mean-spirited and sexist or racist or anything. It doesn't need to be that. It's just a regular, funny, PG comedy that John Hughes wrote. I miss John Hughes. When he died, a lot of the comedy died with him because he knew how to write. Even in his later years when he wrote films, they're still better than the comedies we get today. Because now everything has to be disgusting and offensive. Movies can't be funny anymore. They're afraid to step out of line, you know? No, I don't want to see it. Yeah, I miss John Candy. He was such a good actor, man. He was funny, he was charming, and he was always likable. Like I never hated John Candy in a movie. Even when he did a bad role, it wasn't his fault. It's 2 o'clock already in 30 minutes in. What's this? Share screen, share, mute. Okay. Yeah, again, this would not be done today for laughs because grabbing a woman by the neck, even if it's play fighting, yeah, you're not going to see that in a comedy now. Why? People are so overly sensitive. If they just put a hand on a woman, they're like, "No, you don't. You don't touch a woman. Don't do that." Even though nobody's untouchable, guys. Yeah, Prosky was a good actor even when he was old. I never saw him young for some reason, Robert Prosky. He probably was an actor in like the 40s or the 50s or something. Ripley. 109 years. Wow. Bar. Hmm. Yeah, now you just click a phone and you take a picture. Back then, it was way harder to take pictures. Nowadays, no, that would be problematic then. Lake Potawatomi Mimic, Boardwalk Arcade, a girl. I haven't done the vacation movies, but I could do them in the summer because, yeah, I could do the first two. I don't have Christmas Vacation. I could do that. I could do that on in like July or in November, December. A female baby, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right in the crotch area. Mm. Michael Bay would have a field day with this scene. You know why? Because he loves butt shots in every one of his movies. These kids must be like in their 40s or 50s by now, because this was in 1989 when I was 4. See, don't feed the bears. No, hell no, I'm not going to feed the bears. I don't feed any animals except for my dog because she's a member of the family. But I do not feed animals outside for the most part because I don't want to die. They're. No. Look at the bears! Look at the bears! Look at the bears! I don't want to approach a bear. You're not supposed to feed them. It says don't feed them. Why are you tempting a bear? It's a black bear, too. I saw Cocaine Bear. I would never mess with a bear after seeing that movie. No, of course, if it ate the cocaine, it'd be dead. Because if a person ate that much cocaine, their head would explode. Again, don't do that. Worry about your life than the paint job. No, they won't. I like Cocaine Bear for what it was. It could have been a lot worse, guys. The effects were fine. It's the only movie that Elizabeth Banks directed that was actually good, because Charlie's Angels was a bunch of garbage, mainly because the writing was so sexist and bad, and it wasn't funny. The women were not funny in the movie. Kristen Stewart, no, she's not a zombie in it, but she's not good in it. And Balanska is nothing, and Naomi Scott is nothing. Run. You don't tempt with animals like that. Wild animals. You should see this movie, Josh. Just if you're afraid of bears, don't watch it because this is going to give you terror or the night terrors. The bear's not on the front cover because they want to keep it a secret. But when the bears show up in this movie, they show up and they're terrifying. He's licking the screen. They look cute when they're a teddy bear. He's licking the screen. Yeah, what is it with John Hughes' obsession with writing animals in his movies? Because he had a tarantula in Home Alone. There was a gorilla in my was it Baby's Day Out? This has a bear. Then you have the 101 Dalmatians remake. Yeah, he loves using animals. He likes writing animals in his plots. There was also a cat in a squirrel and a cat in Christmas Vacation. Your girl shouldn't smoke. It is funny. They're not dead, Josh. You have to go back and watch the good ones. That's your problem. I'm not going to watch Kind of Pregnant. I don't want to have a worse sub list. I'm going to put one bad movie of 2025. That's it. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to do a bottom 10 because I'm not wasting my time. My time is precious this year. This is a new decade of my life. You'll know when you're 30. Don't waste your time. I like girls. Why do you think I go to these conventions for? To walk around in a costume all day? I could do that at home. I want to meet women and take pictures with them. I asked first, and I had to ask this girl that played Adam Eve because I said I was going to take a picture with her. I couldn't find Princess Daisy, so she's the next best thing. It's on Netflix. This movie. I don't expect a lot of the comedies. I just want to laugh. Even if I laugh once, that's more laughs than I got in Charlie's Angels, which I only laughed at with Sam Claflin made me laugh like once or twice, but the girls weren't funny or even charming or anything. Why? Why? Because Novocaine was funny. It was dark and really violent, but yeah, rocks on the top of the cans. Yeah, that never works. Yeah, I know, Rocket. I know. We'll just knock the cans over again. Even the raccoons are characters in this movie. I stay up again and watch the big rack up all the mess. See, they're smart animals. They're not stupid. Never seen a raccoon, Josh? Those things, they look cuddly, but don't be fooled. They're not puppy dogs. Yeah, if you saw what Rocket did in the Guardians films and Infinity War and Endgame, yeah, he's persistent. He goes after that girl. Hmm. She's cute. See, I'm not going because I don't know if this actress still acts anymore. She's a cutie pie, though. This is a summer movie. See, they're outside in the great outdoors, and it's nice weather. There's no rain. There's no snow. It's just nice weather. I'm not going to do any winter movies unless it's a Christmas movie for July. Because unlike Pride Month, Christmas in July actually makes sense. he's he's wearing a yellow jacket. I don't want to ride a horse because you saw what happened to Christopher Reeve 30 years ago. It was the end of his life after that. He never recovered after that, man. I don't trust horses. I like ponies, but I'm not gonna ride some horse like it's Lord of the Rings. Oh, don't do that. Horses can knock you off on your bum and you'll go paralyzed forever. Not me. I'd rather jump out of a car than fall off a horse. Honestly, I'd rather get some scrapes than break my back. $44 in. The horse is running away. See, yeah, horses don't want to be treated like cattle. I like horses. I'd like to pet them, but I do not want to ride on one. I don't want to lose my life or get an injury that could cost me my spine, legs, or my arms. I'd rather pet a pony because a pony's a small horse. Only seen raccoons not in real life. Well, because you live in Tennessee. There's not a lot of raccoons there unless you go to like the wooded areas. The Luann Loud House, yeah, because he was not a mute, but he was a mime, and it was romantic because again, Eva Carlton and the apples. If they do that in another movie where she's holding an apple, yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Not Snow White. I'm saying something else. Apples can be sexy when a girl's like biting into it or just looking at it or just holding it. There's just something sexy about that. She's behind you. I'm not gonna treat a girl like a tourist attraction. No. Every time I see Elsa, I light up. No matter who's dressed up as Elsa, whether it's a little girl who's precious or a gorgeous woman who dressed up as Elsa. Even my sister dressed up as Elsa, and I love my sister so much. You know what fishing's all about? I never had this Skull vodka because, again, I don't drink. Yeah, he is. Diana Ford is a legend, man, in comedy and also just as a human being. Eating fruit can be sexy, but I'm saying only just holding a fruit, like. Well, what is that? Yeah, this guy stutters, like the idiot in The Last Jedi. Why would they do that? Stuttering is not interesting in a movie. Going, no, that's not dialogue. That's just like shaking. That's why he talks like that. I never had a stuttering problem. You know that James Earl Jones used to stutter? 66? Well, give credit to this actor. At least he commits. I thought he had Tourette's syndrome. People have a stuttering problem with words. Yeah, I don't. I'd rather talk like this slowly than go. I'm not a skipping CD, guys. That's what it sounds like, a skipping CD or a DVD or something. Again, girls, smoking is bad. She's so good, man. If you've never seen Annette Bening act, that woman is a powerhouse. Yeah. You've seen American President or there are other roles? Yeah, she's great in that. Even Captain Marvel, she brings so much to such a small role. I don't want to see a dramatic role with her and then I'm crying. I'm like, yeah, because again, it hurts sometimes. You know I'm going to cry when I see Superman. I'm going to cry for days, Josh. I'm going to be like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr," and then I'm going to be pouring out of my eyes like, dun, dun, dun. I'm going to be losing my mind. I'm going to cry like I've never cried before from a DC movie because I haven't cried in a DC movie in the theater in years since The Flash, and only the ending made me cry. You have frizzy hair. I didn't see a lot with her, but I've seen her because I also saw she was in a bad comedy, Mars Attacks, where she dies because everybody has to die in that movie because it's stupid. Yeah, I am gonna cry, Josh, and you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me walking out of the theater like covering my eyes like this, and yeah, that's what you're gonna see. I guarantee it. When I cry, I'm gonna whip out my phone and just take a picture of me crying because I need that. I need to have proof, so you guys can believe me. This movie means so much to me. This is very personal for me. After 19 years. Sheesh. It touched me. It touched me. See, she's so good, man. A bat. Yeah. Get up. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's got COVID. Get out of here. Get out of here, you rats with wings. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like bats. I love Batman, but I don't want no bat in my house. It's not a mouse. No, bats are dangerous, Dan Aykroyd. They're the reason that COVID exists. They were infected with a thing and they spread it all over China. That's what happened. Never again am I going to trust a bat. They're rats with wings. I'd rather trust a bird than a bat because we eat birds. And it's ironic because she was going to play Catwoman in Batman Returns, but she didn't get the role. Michelle Pfeiffer got it, but I'm happy about it. Annette Bening would have been an awesome Catwoman, though. But she won an Oscar, so I'm happy about it. It touched me. She's again, COVID, dude. COVID. That's what happened. I've seen one of those things. You ever been to a camp, Josh? I saw a fruit bat when I was 16, and it was terrifying. It goes, yeah. And they're nocturnal, so they come out at night. They don't come out during the day. I don't want to see a bat in this house. I hope there's no bats in the attic. Did you see Jumanji, the first movie 30 years ago? Yeah. Those bats are terrifying. Yeah, see a COVID mask. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I am. I have to. If James Gunn wrote this and directed this, I'm going to get an emotion out of something. Because his last movie made me cry like a fiend. Yeah, Phil Master Adam didn't cry again. He didn't connect with the only with Rocket. But again, his Rocket scenes made me cry. 2 of them. And COVID. He's wearing a basket over his head. Yeah. A vengeance. Yeah. They're destroying the log cabin again. You wrote that already, Josh. You wrote this twice. Oh, no, you already. It's the same thing. Okay. They're using tennis rackets. Why don't they use a net? Just like Ghostbusters, we got it. Mm-hmm. No, you don't want to try. You don't want to try to mess with those things. Mm-hmm. No, again, no animals were harmed in this movie. It's not real. Their little romance is cute. It's not Twilight where everything is miserable and these people can't even kiss. Romance should not have pain involved, except when there's a lost family member or something. I'm saying like physical pain. When I saw Catherine 2 years ago, I didn't hold back my romance. I didn't hold back my attraction to her. I was stunned. I was like standing there for a second. I was like, that is one of the most loveliest girls, young girls that has been in the MCU. Paul Bunyan's covered. Canadian, wink, wink, because they're Canadian. Well, two of the actors are. The rest of them are not. I don't think they're. Wow, 96 pounds. I would do that if I was really thin. Home of the old 96er. That is a massive piece of meat, man. Now, I can't eat something that big. It'll kill me. You ever heard of those burger places where they have like not double, not triple, but like quadruple burgers or more? Oh my God. It's enough steak for a week. And John Candy eats the whole thing. No, Captain Newton is adorable. Like I saw, look at that guy. Yeah, this is like that Keenan and Kel episode where he has to drink a whole barrel of grog in like less than a minute. That looks delicious, but I'm not going to eat the whole thing in one sitting. I couldn't even eat a whole turkey by myself. Look at him. I know, John. It's a lot of meat. Yeah, again, this. Now, I would never try this. Don't try this at home, people. That's way too much meat for one person. I don't know how Joey Chestnut could eat like 70 hot dogs. Hell, he wasn't even at the. Well, was he at the thing last year? Yeah, he was. So I ate a 96 sixer. No, I wouldn't try that. I want to live. I don't want my heart to stop. I get full eating a double burger. You think I'm going to eat something that big, like a half of a cow? Where are the garbage cans? Probably put them in the cabin. Garbage in the cabin. Not the cleanest spaces on the face of the earth, you know. Oh, Rock, is that a problem? We'll just have to break in. Wow, you see these raccoons are they really are trash pandas. Danger, no swimming in the boat area. I can't hide my attraction, Josh. You know that. That's not something I'm gonna sustain. I'm a fan. I saw Captain Newton 2 years ago, and I'm like, gee, that is the cutest actress I've seen at Comic Con. That's younger than me. The only one. There goes Rocket running away. Domino's Pizza. Thank God they didn't show it. It's almost 60 minutes in. See, this is pretty quick. Yes, they do. They suck blood. Yeah. Yeah, again, no animals were harmed. They slept on the boat. Those leeches are going to eat them alive. I don't let leeches go on my body. No, I saw Speed too. Tammy's cute. Mm-mm. I'm so sorry. Oh, John, you were the best, man. Rebel Wilson will never be as funny as you were, or Chris Farley, or even Chris Farley's brother Kevin, who's much better than or any of them. Because like I said, being fat doesn't make you funny. It's your comedic timing and your charm and good writing. I can be funny, but I'm not always that funny. No, I'm trying my hardest. European Vacation, wink, wink. That was the second movie in the franchise. Not the best one, but I still like it. Ripley. Roman. I don't fight with my brother like this anymore. This is brother-in-law, but I have a. See John Hughes, man. His writing, I love it. Even in some of his worst movies. I don't like Home Alone 3, okay? But there's the traps make me laugh my head off. See? Words hurt, Josh. I know it. I get it. That's why I didn't talk to you for 2 days. Because I needed some time off. I needed a day off because I didn't do a podcast yesterday because I needed a day off. And I'm gonna give a present to my niece this year. Something a little toy. Oh, there's a stuttering guy again. Yeah, I don't know his name. He's the stuttering guy. Yeah, I would never go to the woods for the summer. I did that before when I was a kid. I didn't like it. I was 9, and I never went camping again after that because I don't like sleeping in a tent. I like sleeping in a nice warm bed or a hammock or something. Your lip moving, you mean like this? I knew it. It's always about money. Candyland. hmm I quote. This is when they could. This is when they could curse in PG movies. Now they can't because Inside Out 2 would have been a different movie if they cursed in it. It does hurt. I could do this one some other time. No, Amanda Peet does something with her lips that I just find very sexy. And she worked at Howard. We're an hour and 8 minutes in. And I like these people mostly. Women have nice lips. I know. You got that right. You lie down. Ugh. Rest my legs. It's raining in this movie too. Wear your hoodie. She's so expressive, man. Annette Bening just has these most expressive eyes I've ever seen. So good. She's so good. The acting is. It happens. A lot of actors go broke because they don't know what to do with their money. They don't invest it well or save it, like I did. That's how I was able to get this computer. I waited. Yep. Yep. He got struck on the head again. That should have killed him. Yeah. The weather is not something to mess with. It could go from sunny to 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 windy and raining. Hmm. Yeah, it's scary. You never mess with thunder and lightning. That's why the Thunderbolts didn't work, because people are afraid of thunder. Remember the last Thor movie? It's a joke, people. Calm down. I don't hate the movie. It's got a lot of problems, especially with the comedy being too much. But again, it's still a better movie than Thunderbolts for me. I didn't see Thunderbolts because I don't like the lead girl. Sorry. She is no Eva Carlton. She's not even Lexi. Lexi the Benedetto, who is still still the most gorgeous blonde on that show. Oh my god. Like, mm. Yeah, I had a blackout in my house about a month ago. That's why I like to conserve electricity and not waste it. Slide. I remember the scene where the kids are stuck. The two girls are together. Excuse me. I bought this at Target a long time ago when they were still selling physical media. Hmm. I think John Candy first worked with he well Dan Aykroyd wasn't in Stripes. Bill Murray was in that. Hmm. It's a good father moment in the movie, so it's perfect for pre Father's Day. It was fun. I'm glad I got to do this. I just need I just needed a break. I won't be doing a podcast next Saturday. I'm going to be out, so I won't be doing a podcast. The Bear. We're an hour and 17 minutes in. Hmm. At least there's no Brits in this movie. That's a huge plus over comedies today, where they have to put them even if they don't belong in the film. Because Novocaine didn't have any Brits in it. It had a South African actor, but not a Brit. Excuse me. The Bear's down there. Yep, the Bear sees it. You're pulling the cocaine bear out. Girls, I don't even know if that bear is a girl. The one in Cocaine Bear is a female bear. Because I'm like, I'm not looking for realism, guys. I'm looking for some entertainment. That's why I go to the theater. I don't go to the theater to be preachy or deal with people. I that would It's like the scene in Jurassic Park, except it's done for laughs. It's the same bear from his honeymoon. Yeah, a bald-headed bear. No, it's a real bear. It's not CGI. Because I saw a Cocaine Bear last year, Josh. It was hilarious. It's so dumb, but it's a fun movie. It's like Sharknado, but with a bear. And the kid that would look like a girl, with the blonde hair, and then Carrie Russell being all hot with her southern accent. At least Carrie Russell didn't die in the movie, like in Mission Impossible 3. Real bear. That's not a computer generated image. That really is a bear, but that's not. Even though bears are fat, they can run fast. They can swim, they can run fast, and climb trees. The only thing they can't do is fly. The bear's kind of the villain in the movie, but also the elements are a villain in the movie, like the raccoons and the weather. Yep. Again, that is terrifying. See that and Benning's face. Yeah, bears are scary, guys. Never approach one. You will not be. You will regret it. No matter what kind of bear it is. Even if it's a panda, they're still dangerous animals. People think, oh, Kung Fu Panda's cute. Yeah, but if you see them in real life, run. Or get on a motorcycle and ride, because you're not going to make it if you stand there. They're terrifying. Yeah, this is when he shoots him right in the bum. And again, no animals were harmed. I saw the movie Roar, and that wasn't with bears; it was with lions. But that movie's scary. It's not a, it's not a horror movie, but it feels like one because the animals are real and they're like really running all over the place. That deer knocked the door down. That's the same roar from Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. The roar. Yep, right in the bum. He shoots him right in the bum. Not a real bear. That was a animatronic. Right. Yep. He shoots it right in the bum. Yeah. Yep. Right where it hurts. Again, you get what you deserve. Don't worry. No, this animal was not harmed. The bear wasn't really harmed, so don't worry about it. This isn't Milo and Otis with the poor animals. Yeah, you get what you deserve, Smokey the Bear. I haven't seen Paddington, but he should also get shot there because he's so annoying. It's a cute bear. Yeah, it's a CGI bear with a British accent. No. Yep, the bear got exactly what he deserved. Trying to harm the family that I like. And this movie never got a terrible sequel, so I'm glad this and Uncle Bucket were never remade or they didn't do the. How cute. Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. Rest in peace, John Candy. I miss you, man. Funny and heartwarming and a really good man. There was nothing controversial about him. Yeah, I always like watching movies with him. He gives me some tender memories of my childhood. Even Cool Runnings, and he's the head coach in that movie. She's not staying in her house. Oh man. Oh John, man. Thanks, man. Love you, man. Always in my heart. As long as you keep these actors in your heart, they'll never die. It's a fun movie, and it's good, Josh. Watch this. It's on Netflix. You can watch it for free if you have that. That was the movie, an hour and 26 minutes. The Great Outdoors. It's a fun. Didn't see this as a kid, but as an adult, yep. That song was in Fern Gully, the first one. My Little Lucy. Let's say it with me, guys. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. You can't beat old music, man. They had fun making this movie. You could tell John Hughes' script is just it's not perfect, but it makes me laugh. And it doesn't go on too long. It's not a classic like Home Alone, but it's still fun. Very underrated. Even Santa Claus is getting down. This was fun, guys. Thanks for watching. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. This song was not in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, 3. Kenny Ortega did the choreography. Na 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 na. Bart the bear. Yeah, it was a real bear. Na 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 na. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I finally got to do this on my computer, and I'm very happy because I haven't done this in months. And it's great to be back again. It's great to have the power again of a laptop. So thanks for watching. Acknowledge me. Have a good Flag Day, and tomorrow's Father's Day. So I'll do a podcast then. See you then. That was a lot.